Hi, Meilin Lee is 13 years old. She goes to school in the Canadian city of Toronto, where her family moved from China. Here, they continue to honor the traditions of their ancestors, which say that children must be grateful to their parents and obey them in everything. But Meilin doesn't get discouraged. She manages to be a model daughter while secretly enjoying modern music and chatting with her friends about boys. However, her life is about to change dramatically and in a way she never expected. Family legends about red pandas turn out not to be legends at all. Meilin has just turned 13, and now she's completely independent. She does what she wants, says what she wants, and wears whatever she pleases. She doesn't even mind looking silly while doing goofy things. She's greeted by her best friends Miriam, Priya, and Abby. After school, they rush off to catch a glimpse of the local heartthrob, Devin, who works at a convenience store. But Meilin is more into the 5-member boy band, For Town. Her friends are also obsessed with them, and together they sing and dance to Meilin's favorite song. In the evening, they plan to go to karaoke, but Meilin declines. She's rushing home to help her mom clean. Her friends think she's been brainwashed, but Meilin takes her responsibilities seriously and fulfills them proudly. Her family runs the oldest Chinese temple in the city. Her mother, Meng, praises her grades, and they pray together to their ancestor Sun Yi, a talented woman who dedicated her life to caring for red pandas, the symbol of the Li family. We don't worship gods, they say. We honor our ancestors, and not just the men. They welcome temple visitors while Meilin's father, Jin, prepares dinner. On TV, there's an announcement that For Town is coming to Canada. Ming reacts negatively to the band, unaware that her daughter is a huge fan. Later, Meilin sits down to do her homework but gets distracted, sketching a boy who looks very much like Devin. Her wild imagination quickly spirals out of control. She crawls under her bed and starts drawing romantic scenes of herself with the boy. Just then, her mom knocks on the door and accidentally discovers the drawings. Ming recognizes the store clerk and assumes the drawings are evidence of something real. Ignoring Meilin's pleas to stop, she drags her to the store and unleashes a storm of threats on Devin, accusing him of taking advantage of her daughter. Ming dumps the drawings on the counter as proof, and the scene is witnessed by customers, including Meilin's classmate Tyler. Meilin is humiliated and wants to disappear, but hides her emotions from her mother. At home, she blames herself for drawing those images and feels she has deeply disappointed her mom. That night, she has nightmares, and in the morning, she sees a giant red panda in the mirror. She panics, and her screams draw her mother, who assumes her daughter just got her period. She runs to get pads, a hot water bottle, and painkillers. It's going to be okay. It's not going to be okay. You can leave now. Sorry. Meilin says she's a horrible red monster and hides behind the shower curtain. Ming goes to the kitchen, and Meilin manages to slip away. She tries to calm herself down and eventually returns to her human form, though a burst of emotion makes her hairy again. She learns to control her feelings so that only her hair turns red. To hide it, she starts wearing a beanie at all times. She tries to stay calm, even though everyone at school is gossiping about the Devin drawings. But when Tyler mocks her, her tail pops out. When her overbearing mom shows up at school with forgotten pads, Meilin finally snaps. The panda form bursts out, destroying her classroom and running outside, though only Ming sees what really happened. Some students spot the creature as it runs through the streets. Ming chases her in the car, causing a traffic accident. Meilin makes it home via rooftops, and her mom follows close behind. It turns out the magical transformation isn't a surprise to her parents. They just thought it would happen later. Long ago, when all the men were off at war, their maternal ancestor Sun Yi was left alone with her daughters. She prayed to the gods for help, and they gave her the power to transform into a fierce beast. She used this gift to protect her family, village, and legacy. The power was passed down to her daughters, but to use it, one had to control their emotions. This happened to Ming as well, but in modern-day Canada, the panda became a burden. Meilin is furious they never warned her about this curse and tries to rip up a portrait of Sunny. Her parents calm her down and explain a ritual that will seal away the panda into a talisman, like the one Ming wears. The only catch, the ritual must be performed under a red moon 1 month away. Until then, Meilin must control her emotions and avoid transforming, because each transformation makes the sealing more difficult. No one has ever failed the ritual, but in theory, it could happen if Meilin lets her emotions take over. All her things are removed from her room, leaving only a large mattress. Her dad tells her that red is a lucky color. Outside her room, she overhears her mom saying, "No one should see her like this." Meilin cries, hugs her plush toy, and falls asleep, transforming into the panda once again. In the morning, she desperately tries to rip off her fur and bangs into the walls, but her emotions only get worse. Then her friends appear at the window, screaming with excitement, for Town will be in Toronto on the 18th. The panda drags them inside. Meilin tries to explain it's all from her mom and will soon go away, but when she remembers the ritual, she bursts into tears. The red moon is on the 25th, so she can't go to the concert. Her friends comfort her, singing her favorite song. The panda joins in. When they all hug, she calms down and transforms back. It turns out friendship helps her control the panda. Her friends urge her to come with them to the concert. Her mom knocks on the door, and Meilin kicks the girls out. Her parents test her with emotional challenges, but she handles each one by remembering the strength of her friendship. Still, Ming forbids her from going to the concert. She says the emotions would be too strong, and the music isn't even real. Her dad tries to stand up for her, but he's too timid to oppose Ming. Meilin remains calm and leaves the room. Suddenly, the phone rings. It's her grandmother. She saw Meilin in the news. Ming, terrified, hides but takes the call, only to learn her mother is on her way with backup. At school, the girls are also banned from attending the concert. Meilin sees her mom spying on her with binoculars. Tyler mocks her, and Meilin smashes a window with a powerful hit. Her friends take her to the restroom to plan a secret trip to the concert. Abby asks Meilin to briefly turn into the panda and give her a hug. Meilin imagines her idol and does it. Some shocked classmates see them, but they're thrilled. They want panda pics and are willing to pay. Perfect timing. A ticket to Fort Town costs $200. The girls start photo sessions and sell cute panda merch. They tell their parents they're in a math club. Meilin now switches forms more easily, and soon they only need $100 more. But the concert is Saturday, and Meilin is nervous. Tyler appears and blackmails her, threatening to tell her mom unless she shows up as the panda at his birthday party. Despite her friends' doubts, Meilin agrees. On Friday night, she heads to Tyler's house, but Ming insists on going with her. While Meilin tries to shake her off, her grandmother and 4 aunts arrive. They surround Meilin to share their experiences and help with the upcoming ritual. Meilin is late for the party. She tries to escape, but her grandma follows her to her room. I know how hard it is to contain the beast, and how good it feels to let it out. She found red panda fur in the yard and warns Meilin that each transformation makes the ritual harder. Grandma believes that the panda ruined her relationship with Ming and doesn't want history to repeat. Meilin listens but still sneaks off. She shows up at the party in a cardboard panda suit, disappointing everyone. Tyler cancels the deal. Not wanting to upset her friends, Meilin transforms for the last time. They celebrate wildly. Meanwhile, Ming finds panda souvenirs under Meilin's bed and realizes she's run off. The girls are on Tyler's roof, excited. Miriam asks what would happen if Meilin kept the panda. "I don't know," she says. "My parents didn't give me a choice." Suddenly, they hear on the radio that Fort Town will be in Toronto a week later on the night of the ritual. Abby had the date wrong. Meilin panics and transforms again. Tyler sees her and demands his ride. When Meilin refuses, he insults her family and the panda attacks him. Tyler cries, and guests flee. the worst moment for Ming to arrive. Later, Ming apologizes to Tyler's parents and blames Meilin's friends. Meilin doesn't correct her and stays silent, betraying her friends. A week later, Miriam, Abby, and Priya buy concert tickets without her. Meilin prepares for the ritual with her family. She changes clothes, and her dad notices she's upset. In the basement, he finds a video of the girls dancing and singing. He asks her about it. Meilin wants to delete it, but he stops her. He recalls Ming's panda, the biggest one, and how she lost control after a fight with her mom. He tells Meilin that even the chaotic parts of us can be lived with, and he likes her panda side. The ritual begins. Meilin steps into the circle. The family chants, and the shaman sends her to the astral plane. She meets Sun Yi, who creates a mirror. To seal the panda, Meilin must walk through it. She pushes forward, nearly through, then stops. She sees her panda and all the joy it brought. She runs back and returns to her family in panda form. In keeping it, she says, everyone is shocked. They try to stop her, but she escapes. Ming's talisman cracks, and she loses control of her panda. Meilin races to the concert and finds her friends. "I've always craved my mother's approval," she admits, "and I was afraid to lose it." Miriam is hurt but quickly forgives her. She even took care of Meilin's Tamagotchi. They hug Yan to their surprise, see Tyler among the 4 town fangirls. The boy band takes the stage, but Ming arrives in giant panda form and crashes through the roof. Jin and the others arrive, but the beast grabs Meilin and scolds her, destroying the stage. Meilin bites her mother's finger and breaks free. "I like boys. I like loud music. I like spinning. I'm 13. Deal with it." She distracts Ming while the family prepares the ritual. Meilin dodges both physical and emotional attacks and finally knocks the giant panda down. Ming falls, but half her body is outside the circle. Meilin tries to pull her in, but fails. Her grandma and aunts break their talismans and release their pandas. They help drag Ming into the circle. For Town and Meilin's friends add their voices to the chant. In the spirit world, Meilin sees Ming as a teenager. Ming cries she once hurt her own mother in rage. She's tired of being perfect. Meilin understands. They walk to the mirror. Ming regains her age. Grandma and the aunts are waiting. Ming apologizes to her mother. "I was never mad," Grandma says. "I never stopped loving you." The women enter the portal. Meilin is last. Her mom calls her, but Meilin chooses to keep the panda. She's afraid of growing distant from her mom. Ming understands and supports her choice. Meilin stays with Sun Yi, who hugs her under the moonlight. They touch noses, and Meilin returns home. She now gives tour of the temple with her mom, where tourists come to see the magical panda and buy merch. But now they'll need to raise a lot more money to fix the stadium after the panda apocalypse. Meilin runs off to spend time with her friends. She's let her inner beast out and she's not sorry. The film title, as always, is in the video description. And now tell us in the comments, what's your relationship with your inner beast? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more great stories.